I'm curious because not every guy is like you. They come in the 11th overall selection, the big dog, I mean, the best corner in the draft that year, arguably. And a lot of guys come in, and I don't think fans understand, Trey, that when a player gets to the NFL, I mean, he's already elite. I don't care if he's a undrafted free agent or a first rounder, they're already elite. But can you talk about the maturing process that defensive backs go through? Because no matter how good you are in college, there's a learning curve in the NFL.
Yeah. I mean, it was for me, it was it was a little harder just because um, the style that I came from at Michigan State was very aggressive. And that's what they taught us, from the second I got in the door. And college lets you play a little more aggressive, and college, lets you play. And once you get to the next level, it's you can't really do too much. I mean, it's very ticky tacky with the calls and stuff like that. So it's like you're not able to really be as aggressive.
Mhm.
So I mean, for me, I think that was the biggest learning curve outside of the playbook, just because it's like I think it was like my first preseason game we had. It was like the Hall of Fame game or something, and yeah, I was playing how I normally played at Michigan State, and I got smacked with like 3 or 4 penalties or something. Like, holy cow! I was like, I'm just playing what I was taught, and we can't barely touch these guys anymore. And the rules changed a little bit too, but that was a big adjustment. But another thing for me was also learning the playbook. Like when I first got to Michigan State, I was like, holy cow! Like they threw this huge playbook in front of us. I'm like, I'm never gonna learn this. But once I understood and got comfortable with the playbook, it allowed me to play faster and be able to play with everybody else on the field rather than just worrying about my singular job, at corner. And the same thing was I felt like that when I got to the NFL. Like I never got to college and I never got to the NFL like, yup, like I'm gonna just walk on the field and just have success. Like I knew there's a learning curve. I knew there was things that I had to adjust to, and that's kind of just how I approached it. But unfortunately, a lot of people think first round draft pick, you're an automatic starter, you're automatically having success, and it's like, well, I never approached things that way. It was always like, let me understand what I'm getting into, let me get comfortable, and let me figure it out on my end so I can have success rather than just jumping face first into the fire and hoping for the best. But
All right,
everybody's
fair
different.
enough.
Some guys can do that. Some guys can just jump out there and, you know, off of the natural ability or just instinct or whatever, just maybe they learn the playbook faster. They can just do that, but it's, not everybody's the same. And for me, like I took, more of the methodical approach to things. And that was college and NFL too.
Trey, the Raiders run a defense very similar to what you played at Michigan State. They want their corners on an island. They want them
Hmm.
out there to just go out and play your spot and go. I'm curious, as a guy that did it so well, that you were one of the best in America, what is it, especially in the NFL, that makes playing corner on an island so difficult?
Covering guys like Devontae. I mean, yeah, I mean, you got to think about it. It's like you're covering some of the best athletes in the world going backwards. And it's like we're already at a disadvantage. And then, with all the rule changes, just puts you more at, disadvantages. So it's like it's already a hard position in itself. And then you just add a whole bunch of other factors into it that just, aren't in your favor. It just makes it a lot more challenging.